Hey teachers, in this video, I'm going to show you how to work with Google Docs in Canvas. There are a couple of different ways that you'll need to be able to do this. One through a plugin in the rich content editor up here, and the other is to be able to allow your students to make copies of a document without having to actually visit the document beforehand. So we'll go over the rich content editor right here and the tool that's available there. So first of all, I've got this little document here that says about me. And as I've looked through your courses, I've noticed that many of you have these links scattered throughout your courses. And when the students click on them, they may or may not have access to the link. Well, we have this tool in our rich content editor that not only will embed the file for us, but it will also change the permissions of the file so that anyone who is in the course can actually see it. So in order to do that, I'm just going to click down right here, and we're going to come back to this link right here. I'm actually going to use another document to show you how this embed process works. So I'm going to click up here on the apps on the plug. I can also click here on tools and then click on apps. If you don't see these apps listed there, you can just click the view all and then they'll pop up in a nice little window right here, and then you can select. What this is doing is just giving me access to the most recently used apps. So right here, we're going to go ahead and use Google Drive LTI 1.3. There's another one up here called Google Apps. This was developed by Canvas back in 2017 with collaboration from Google, but this is being deprecated. So you won't be able to use this anymore. Probably going to be after this year. So if you're preparing your courses for future use, you want to use this Google Drive LTI 1.3. This is going to embed the file into the page. So we're going to go ahead and click on Google Drive LTI 1.3. When we do that, we'll go ahead and click Select File. And now we're going to be brought to a dialog screen. And in this particular case, I am going to grab a file, and we're just going to grab an untitled document here. I just want to show you how this works for right now. We're going to go ahead and click Add. Whenever I do that, we click on Add, and then we're going to now see a we're now going to see this essay which is posted here. Okay, so this is embedded in the page. Anyone who has this essay can actually see it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is to see what this looks like. Well, what if we have a slideshow we want to embed? No problem. We are going to click outside of this iframe right here, and we're going to go ahead and collect another file. We're going to click on the plug this time, click on Google Drive LTI 1.3, and we'll select a file. In this case, I'm going to select a slideshow. I'm just going to go down here and find one, Canvas for Students. That one will work for the purposes of this demonstration. Now you'll notice that I have a working slideshow inside here. Neither one of these are going to actually give you access to the file, to the toolbar and other things that the old Google Apps did. So don't think that you're going to get that editing functionality within this page. But this is really good for students if you don't want them to leave Canvas. Also, if you are wanting to use these as a quiz stimulus or anything like that, and you've got the students in lockdown browser, they'll still be able to see all of this stuff in there. So that is a good way, and this is a good way right here in order to give your students something that they need to see, and you want them to kind of stay locked in, not open up a bunch of tabs, etc. We can also do the same thing to slides, or sorry, for sheets. We can embed Jamboards. The Jamboards, however, will be in a view only mode. It will not be in an edit mode. We can embed maps. We can embed videos from our Google Drive. Pretty much anything that you have in your Google Drive, other than Google Earth projects and also Google Sites, you'll be able to embed. So to show you what this looks like, when we go ahead and click on Save and Publish, we'll enter a title. We'll just call this Embedded Google Files. And once we do that, we'll go ahead and click on Save and Publish. Now, if I go to student view and I click on this, you'll notice that I don't have to do anything other than just simply pull through these files here and I can see them. I don't need to change permissions. The permissions are automatically changed whenever you use the plugin. All right, so we're now going to jump back up here to the top and we're going to let's leave the student view here and let's go ahead, we'll hide that there. And we're going to now jump back into the edit mode. All right, so the big question comes now, what if we want the students to make a copy of the document, but we don't want it to be part of any kind of assignment? There is a very simple way to do this. And if I go ahead and click on link options, you'll notice here that I have this nice little link options in here that is, and we also have the access to the link. Well, I'm going to go to the end of the link and where it says edit right here, I'm actually going to change this to copy. Once I do that and click done, now what should happen is the student should be able to click on the link and it should give them the ability to copy that link. However, in order to give the student access to the document, you must first go into the document, click on share, and then you have to actually change access to anyone with a link can view. Okay. You do not want to give them access to the edit link. So anyone with a link right here, we'll just turn them into a viewer and then we'll click on done. All right, so let's roll back over here and we have changed this link. Let's make sure that we did that in the link options. We'll go ahead and scroll over. Now we have copy. Go ahead and click there. And what we will do is we may leave some instructions for the student to just say, create a copy of the document at the link below by simply clicking the link. All right, so there we go. Now we've got the ability to do that. We'll go ahead and take up that space right there. Now watch what happens whenever we click on save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this about me, and when I do that, guess what? This now allows me to make a copy of that document. And that copy of the document now goes into my Google Drive, and you'll be able to edit that document, and it will be separate from the original. So those are a few different ways that you can work with Google Files inside your Google Drive. Once again, remember, if we jump over here to edit, that this plugin, this Google Apps plugin, is going to be deprecated here very soon. And what we want to do is to make sure that we use this other Google Drive LTI 1.3, or we can simply, if we want the students to actually have a copy of the file and be able to edit their own copy, we just go over here to link options and we change that just by changing the information from edit behind the / right here to copy, and that will allow the students to make a copy of the document. If you have any other questions about how to work with Google Files and Canvas, please let me know. You can drop by the Learning Commons or send me a email at jbar@ccsk12.com.